Hey crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and in today's video we are going to do a review about Polkadot, what is and how it works. We also are going to do a price prediction for this year. And please, before we start, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notification and like the video. Without anything else, let's go into it. Hey guys, well, Polkadot, like Ethereum and Cardano, it's a blockchain platform. That means that it's created a support for creation of another blockchain or functionalities over it. But what is Polkadot? Polkadot is a network protocol that allows arbitrary data, not just tokens, to be transferred across blockchain. I will explain after, and that is important. We are allowed not to transfer only tokens, but another kind of information too, across blockchains and into multiple blockchains. This makes it possible to build applications that get permissioned data from a private blockchain and use it on public blockchain. For instance, a private permissioned academy records chain could send a proof of degree verification smart contract on a public chain. That also means that we can be able to send data over private and public chains and share information between them. That is very important also. Take a look to this graph here on the Polkadot site. We are going to explain this because this is the complete image of the infrastructure of Polkadot. What Polkadot allows us to do is through interoperability, like many other blockchain platform, but allow us to cross blockchain transfers of any type of data or asset, not just tokens. Connecting to Polkadot gives you the ability to interoperate with a wide variety of blockchains in the Polkadot network. Polkadot also provides transactional scalability by spreading transactions across multiple parallel blockchains, and this is important because you can avoid the situation that Ethereum, where the blockchain is congested and the fees are too expensive. So that is a good quality for this blockchain platform. Also, this is a new feature only for Polkadot, is that you can create custom blockchains in minutes using the Substrate framework. I am going to explain a little bit about that also. Polkadot can upgrade without hard forks to integrate new features or fix bugs. That is important also, thinking in the future how the blockchain and the platform will be maintained. The security situation, the chains remain independent in their governance but united in their security. So this also means that while Polkadot blockchain increase, the security also will be bigger and the blockchain will be more secure. Then Polkadot development reflects the values of the community and avoids stagnation. One of the goals of Polkadot is that the blockchain will be completely decentralized, and the community and the nodes, it will be the ones that represent the decisions that we need to do after for updates or bugs fixing for the platform. So the new features will be based on the decision of the community. So if we go a little bit more in the explanation of the graph, we need to know about the different parts of the blockchain of Polkadot to know what we are going to take care about, what information we need to read. Basically, we have the real chain, which is the heart and the engine of Polkadot, which in the graph is this line here. And this will be connecting all real chain sections of the blockchain between the others. We have the parachains, and this is an important part of the blockchain, and that can have their own tokens and optimize their functionality for specific use cases. We have the parathreads that are similar to parachains, but a little different because, like says here, they don't need to continue connectivity to the network. So if we come back here again, we could see here the parachains and the parathreads, that they don't need the connectivity constantly into the main RAID blockchain, into the real chain. Then we have the bridges, because we can connect a parachain into an external blockchain like is Ethereum or Bitcoin. And the thing here are the validators, that are the ones that it will secure the network. So the complete blockchain ecosystem, it will maintain the amount of parachains that will be connected to the real chain, all of them with the validators and with all the connections to outsider information. It will be able to use oracles like Chainlink to connect to external data and connect to another blockchains. But all the parachains at the end will be interconnected one to another inside the Polkadot blockchain. How many total parachain slots will be available? Like I said, approximately 100 at the beginning, but through potential future optimizations that could lead to many more parachains. You need to know that the parachains, once you buy one, you will not keep it forever. There's a system of like renting the parachain. So you will need to retry buy that parachain once your time is over on it. What happens at the end of a parachain slot lease? Individual parachain slots can only be leased for a period of up to 2 years in 6-month increments. At the conclusion of the lease, the slot will go back up for auction, and the team will need to bid for a slot again if they wish to retain one. Parachain slots are fungible, so to avoid any downtime in connectivity and minimize the risk of losing a subsequent auction, teams can bid on and secure an adjacent slot before the current lease period ends. Well, Polkadot. So now that we understand a little bit of what Polkadot is in a technical perspective also, like I said, they wrote the full roadmap launch a few days before, and the roadmap is divided into 3 main stages. The current phase is the Rococo testnet environment, where the developers can test mechanisms to communicate between various Polkadot parachains. This is analog to shards. The platform uses a mechanism called cross-chain message passing light to allow parachains to send tokens and generalize messages to each other by going through Polkadot's real chain, the central coordinator of the network. Remember, this is the real chain, and that will be the parachains that we discussed before. The next stage, it will be holding a vote to enable parachains on Kusama, Polkadot's canary network. Kusama can be considered as a middle ground between a testnet and a mainnet, featuring a higher tolerance for experimentation while still holding real economic value. Once the parachains on Kusama are stable and all audits are complete on a chain, vote will be triggered to Polkadot to introduce a parachain auctions. In another Polkadot news, we saw last week that Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, UBC, UBS are trading an ATP tied to Polkadot's crypto, and this is a big news because no other cryptocurrencies of this style are having an ATP right now. The purchases suggest institutional investors' appetite for crypto exposure in the bull market goes far beyond Bitcoin or even Ether. Goldman Sachs and other companies have bought the first exchange-traded product, an ATP, that offers exposure to Polkadot DOT cryptocurrency for clients. This is one of the biggest news right now that Polkadot had, and this will create more exposure. This is also a similar news, but served by 21 Shares launching on Polkadot too. This is an important view of the ecosystem of Polkadot. If you go to CoinGecko and you filter all the cryptos by ecosystem, you can select Polkadot and you will get all the projects that right now are involved in some way with Polkadot or are trying to enter into the parachain auction for the owner of a parachain. A lot of cryptocurrencies are now working with Polkadot to enter into the blockchain, or even have collaborations and be able to move information between those blockchains. You can see here all the projects that are here. Even Chainlink is wanting to buy a parachain on Polkadot. So now that we understand what Polkadot is and we have a couple of news what Polkadot is moving, we see that Polkadot now is 4th on the rank, and for my price prediction, I will say that right now the price is at $31 and we have a market cap of $30 billion. If we get into the peak of this bull market that many analysts are saying that it will happen around October of this year, I could say I don't see Polkadot having the market cap of Ethereum, but if that is the case right now, the market cap of Ethereum is $222 billion, and that will put Polkadot into the $230. I think we will not reach the 200 billions, but we are going to be close into the $192 billion, and that will put the price on Polkadot token into the $200, and that will be almost 7x on the price. I expect that we get into the $100 when we start the auctions of the parachains. That will create a lot of FOMO around Polkadot at that moment, and I will think that we will pass from the $30s or $40 into the $100, and I will be expecting the $200 peak on the peak of the bull market. Always remember, like the previous bull market, I was here on the 2017, but I saw the information about the previous one. Once Bitcoin gets his height on the bull market, then the money starts to flow into the top 10, top 20 cryptocurrencies, altcoins, and then goes into the smaller coins. So we will see first the peak of Bitcoin, and then 1, 2, or 3 weeks later, we will follow Bitcoin and have the heights peaks on the altcoins. So be aware of when you need to sell your DOT tokens in order to get a profit. But the estimation of the next bull market is around October. Obviously, it could happen sooner, maybe for May or June, but you need to be alert on that. Okay guys, that's everything for today. Before we finish the video, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and like the video, and leaving me a comment on the comment section. Are you holding DOT right now? What is your price prediction for this year?